Kind of killed me, Bukayo Saka, starting to feel good again, after continuing injury redemption with stunning England goal in Wales victory. Bukayo Saka is starting to feel good again, after continuing his injury comeback on the international stage with an England goal. The Arsenal superstar sent Wembley into raptures with a thunderous strike as the Three Lions swept aside Wales 3-0 in a commanding friendly victory that had redemption written all over it. England blitz Wales in early storm. England flew out of the gates like a side possessed. Barely 3 minutes in, Morgan Rogers, the Aston Villa midfielder making his mark, struck a clean, first-time finish past Carl Darlow to give Tuchel's men the lead. Mark Gahey was in the mood for assists, setting up Rogers for the opener before turning provider again moments later. His header inside the 6-yard box allowed Ollie Watkins, deputizing for the injured Harry Kane, to poke home from close range and make it 2-0 inside 11 minutes. Then came Saka's moment. He trapped a fast pass from Ezri Konsa before cutting inside, and with a swift swing of his left boot, the ball rocketed off his instep and dipped viciously into the top corner. The Wembley crowd erupted as the Arsenal winger grinned from ear to ear, the look of a man finally free from pain and frustration. From pain to perfection, Saka roars back in style. After months battling a hamstring injuries that forced him to miss England's March and September fixtures, Saka announced his return to the international fold with an emphatic reminder of his brilliance. A month ago, he was sidelined, questioning his body's limits. Now, he's the beating heart of both Arsenal and England once again. I started this season by picking up an injury, which kind of killed me a bit, but I'm starting to feel good again, he said post-match. I'm still not at my sharpest, but I'm starting to feel good again, and I've scored in the last 3 games, so I'm happy with that and want to continue like that. I've missed a lot of England games, especially under Tuchel, as well, and I haven't scored for a while either, so to come back and put the ball in the back of the net is a special feeling and one I'm really excited about. While some might fear the competition for attacking spots under Tuchel, Saka relishes it. With players like Jarrod Bowen, Cole Palmer, and Jack Grealish all battling for wing positions, the Arsenal ace says it only fuels his drive. It's pretty new to me, but at the same time, like I said, it's fair and it's healthy and it's only going to get the best out of me and any other players that are around me, he said. It's just about us pushing each other and trying to get each other to perform at the highest level. A record-breaking gunner. Saka's goal wasn't just another Wembley wonder, but it was also historic. His strike took his England tally to 13 goals, making him Arsenal's highest-scoring men's player in Three Lions history, overtaking Cliff Baston's long-standing record of 12. It was almost poetic that the record came 5 years to the day since Saka made his England debut, also against Wales, back in October 2020. For Arsenal, it's another badge of pride. Few players have carried the Gunners' flag for England as proudly or as productively as Saka. In surpassing names like Baston and Ian Wright, he's etched his name in both club and national folklore. Tuchel's England roll on. After demolishing Serbia 5-0 in Belgrade last month, the Three Lions sit top of Group K in World Cup qualifying. 5 wins from 5, 13 goals scored, none conceded. Tuchel's men are playing with swagger, balance, and belief, the hallmarks of a potential world champion. Next up for Tuchel's side is a trip to Latvia on Tuesday night, where they'll aim to extend their perfect run in Group K. England cruised past the same opponents 3-0 at Wembley earlier this year, thanks to goals from Reece James, Harry Kane, and Ebereki Eze. Saka will be looking to continue with his rich vein of form. The months of pain, the lonely rehab sessions, the doubts, all got washed away by one swing of his boot at Wembley on Thursday evening. Rodrigo sends message to Arsenal and Liverpool after summer transfer links. Rodrigo was linked with a move away in the summer. Rodrigo has opened up on his future at Real Madrid after a summer in which he was heavily linked with a move to either Arsenal or Liverpool. The Brazilian's future at Real came under heavy speculation after the summer, following the arrival of new boss Xabi Alonso. The 24-year-old featured sparingly throughout the Club World Cup, which only further heightened the suggestion that he could be sold over the summer. Arsenal and Liverpool were both credited with interest in Rodrigo, although a potential deal for the forward never appeared to progress at any great rate. And both clubs eventually opted to explore deals for other attacking targets, with the Gunners signing Ebereki Eze and Noni Madueke, while the Reds swooped for Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike, and Florian Wirtz. Rodrigo has still found playing opportunities limited at Real this season, starting just 2 matches in all competitions. But the Brazilian insisted he has never felt any great desire to leave the club throughout the summer and beyond. Every summer, the same thing happens to me. Whether I'm going to leave or whether I have offers from this club or that, he told the Spanish publication AS. Arsenal and Liverpool were linked with the Brazilian. Every week, I was in a team if I paid attention to what was published. Of course, there are always offers. I'm not going to lie about that. But I always made it clear to the club that I want to continue succeeding here, even more than I already have. It's a lot to have won 2 Champions Leagues at my age, but now I want more European Cups in this shirt. I've always said, as long as Real Madrid wants me, I'll be here. If one day Real Madrid says to me, Rodri, find a team, I'll say, okay. But that hasn't happened. The club has always told me they count on me. The Brazilian has started just 1 league game this season. And when I had a problem, they were there for me. People speculated because I kept quiet. But I knew what I was going to do this season with Real Madrid and that I'm going to be focused on giving my best. It hasn't bothered me. I was calm, and here I am, as always. This is my 7th season. Rodrigo also opened up about his discussions with new boss Alonso surrounding his playing time and preferred role in the Real side. When the manager arrived, he called me in to talk and said, I know you like playing on the left, but I'm going to need you in other positions too, he said. I told him, okay manager, I'm here to help the team. Everyone knows I prefer playing on the left and that I'm much better on that wing, but I'm always available to the team to play on the right or as a number 9, and I told him so. The truth is, he's only putting me on the left, and I like the level of minutes I'm getting. I'm doing well, although, logically, I want to play more. I'm in a process of evolution, and I'm getting better and better, and I feel happy. I'm performing better and better. Liverpool transfer news. Crystal Palace Marc Guéhi January window stance revealed as big clubs queue up for centre-back. Crystal Palace are willing to consider serious offers in January for Marc Guéhi, but Liverpool will face competition from Real Madrid and Barcelona, the latest report has claimed. The international break has paused proceedings in Europe's top leagues, but it has not slowed speculation regarding Eagles captain Guéhi. Liverpool were close to signing him on deadline day of the summer transfer window, but a deal collapsed at the 11th hour, though many supporters assumed the club would simply wait until next summer to sign him for free upon the expiry of his contract. The centre-back is reported to also be on the radar of a number of elite European sides, with Barcelona and Real Madrid having been credited with an interest in the Englishman in the past. Sky Sports News claimed that the La Liga teams would have an advantage in the race to sign him, as while Palace would consider a serious offer in the winter from the likes of Liverpool, Guéhi can sign a pre-contract agreement with either of the Spanish clubs in January. Can Liverpool beat Barcelona and Real Madrid to Marc Guéhi? Real Madrid and Barcelona enjoy a status in football that few other teams do, with the Spanish giants both seen as the pinnacle of club football. Boyhood Liverpool fan Trent Alexander-Arnold opted to leave in the summer of 2025 to Los Blancos, having run his contract down to its final months, while Frenchman Kylian Mbappe joined from Paris Saint-Germain in 2024 for free. Barca currently employ Manchester United winger and supporter Marcus Rashford, having taken him on loan for the 2025-26 campaign, and they have also previously convinced the likes of Luis Suarez and Philippe Coutinho to join from Liverpool. If Guéhi is approached by either Real or Barca, then the Reds may have to come to terms with the fact they could miss out on a key target. Why Liverpool must sign Palace's Guéhi in the winter? Liverpool have struggled to keep clean sheets, with the club only preventing their opponents from scoring twice in 7 Premier League games, conceding 9 times. Virgil van Dijk has predictably excelled at the back, but Ibrahima Konate has struggled to find the form that made him stand out in 2024-25. It should be noted that the latter is currently injured, while Giovanni Leone is set to miss the rest of the season due to a knee injury, meaning Joe Gomez and Van Dijk are Arne Slot's only senior centre-back options. Defensive midfielder Wataru Endo is also sidelined, and given Gomez has frequently been beset by injuries in the past, it is not unrealistic that the Reds could be forced to use Ryan Gravenberch in the backline. Signing Guéhi must be seen as a priority, even if Liverpool have to pay more than they would have originally intended to. Bayern Munich chief sends out strong warning on Michael Ollih's future amid talk of €100 million bids from Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea. Bayern Munich sporting director Christoph Freund has directly addressed ongoing transfer speculation about star winger Michael Ollis. It comes after fresh rumors that several of the Premier League's leading clubs are hoping to take him back to England and would potentially offer the Bundesliga champions as much as 9 figures for the France international. Fending off the Premier League. In recent days, it has been reported in Germany that interest in Ollis is coming from Liverpool, Manchester City, and Chelsea, as well as Paris Saint-Germain. All 4 clubs are supposedly willing to pay €100 million, £87m/$118m, when the summer transfer window opens. Bayern's response to fend off interest in one of their most important players. Alles has racked up 54 goals and assists across all competitions since the start of last season, including 11 in 10 games in 2025-26 alone, is reportedly to propose a new contract. A current €12 million, £10M/$14M, salary is comparatively low for a player of his standing at one of the biggest clubs in the world and would be a good place to start, especially where the riches of the Premier League and PSG are concerned. Alles said no to Chelsea. Born and raised in London, but representing France internationally through his mother's heritage, Alles has turned down the chance to join Chelsea once before. The Blues were reported in the summer of 2023 to have triggered a £35 million release clause in his Crystal Palace contract, only for the player to pen fresh terms with the Eagles to stay put instead. Even his lengthy prior connection with the Blues, spending 7 years in the youth ranks at Cobham between much shorter spells with Arsenal and Manchester City, didn't lure him back. Chelsea were back in for Alles in summer 2024, before he joined Bayern, but wound up pulling out of a deal, reported at the time to be due to already having a glut of similar players in the squad. Bayern under no pressure to sell. According to Freund, Bayern will not Alles unless they want to. And they don't want to. We're not under any pressure, the sporting director told German football podcast Sky 90, a Sky Sport Germany production. We can imagine him playing for Bayern for the next 7, 8, 9 years. Michael has a long-term contract. He proved himself and took steps forward. Alles' contract, the 5-year deal he signed in 2024, is not due to expire until 2029. That in itself protects Bayern massively, but the aforementioned new terms that could be coming the player's way in the not-too-distant future would likely extend that by at least another year or two. Harry Kane is thought to earn twice as much as it stands, so even a substantial pay rise for Alles would not compromise Bayern's overall wage structure. Alles buys into the Bayern philosophy. Speaking just a few months into his time with the Bavarian Giants, Alles gave an insight into just how much he has embraced everything Bayern since arriving. When I found out FC Bayern were seriously interested in me, it was an unbelievable moment. Now I've been here for a few months and realized the spirit of the club much more, he told the club's official magazine in December 2024. This mentality of always wanting to win is quite impressive, and is also the biggest difference to my previous club Crystal Palace. We were often the underdogs there. That's never the case with Bayern. And the pressure here is very high because we really want to and must win every game. I like that though. I feel that the pressure is making me a better player. Every time I see the Bayern badge on my shirt, I feel a part of something big. I want to keep improving though, and produce top-level performances more consistently. I have the feeling there's a lot more to come. I'm working very hard on that every day because I don't just want to win as many trophies as possible with FC Bayern. I want to step up in the big moments, make history with this team, leave a legacy. If that wasn't my ambitions, I'd be in the wrong place. Michael Owen issues World Cup 2026 warning to Harry Kane. Michael Owen has questioned England's prospects of winning the 2026 World Cup under Thomas Tuchel, citing concerns over age, form, and challenging conditions. The former Liverpool striker warned that key players, including Harry Kane, could be past their peak by next summer and cast doubt on whether the squad is showing meaningful improvement. Star players such as Kane are getting older. He's not going to be getting any better. While world-class players such as Kyle Walker will no longer be there, Owen said on 247bet. Even players like Foden are not at the top of their game compared to what they were a year or two ago. Defensively, I worry too. We used to have a lot of good defenders. Now I'm thinking who's going to play left back? Who's going to play center half? John Stones isn't getting any younger. He added, I think we were probably better a year or two ago. But a lot changes in football. It might turn into a big year for us. But no, I wouldn't be confident about us winning the World Cup at this stage. We're knocking on the door of finals, semi-finals. We're a top footballing nation, but I think other nations may be better suited to the conditions this time.